So you're welcome in. It is the solstice, the summer solstice, the eve of the summer solstice. And this particular class has been recorded with the intention that it will be a support to whoever listens and engages in it for the next 12 months. So the work that we're going to do now will carry forward. And if needs be, you can re-listen or tune back in to a particular meditation or a particular part of the class at any stage that you need to. This class will consist of two meditations. The first one is specifically to let go and to support you if there's something that you've been holding on to or maybe needs to be addressed at this time. Now, at the time of this recording, this is the 20th of June, we are coming into an amazingly powerful and potent week. We have at 4:31 a.m. in the morning, the solstice, the sun rising, the longest day, the festival of light, as it were. And it's a very potent time of the year. There are 8 dates in the Irish calendar, the Celtic calendar, which would be very significant. And in ancient times, the ancient ones would have put much ceremony and energy into these times. And for me in particular, the summer solstice is incredible. It is when the sun shines the longest and strongest. And I always find that our abilities to connect with our intentions and our manifestations are amplified at this particular time. And not only have we got the summer solstice, but falling into alignment on St. John of God's Day on the 24th of June, you have the full moon. So this is an amazingly very, very potent time. You've got like a doorway starting tomorrow until next Thursday. And it's incredible. If you were considering really and truly engaging in something that would be of significance to you, or maybe at this time, there's something that needs to be released, needs to be worked through, it needs to be addressed. And I know from working in this energy for a long, long time, and normally I'm on the hill of Tara, which would be, if anyone lives near Tara or any of the sacred sites, now would be a good time to visit those. We would call it the veil. It's like the energy is a little bit stronger. It's a very potent time to meditate. It's a very powerful time to align to your dreams and desires. Often people will have vivid dreams at this time or just feel inspired. Or just feel like that they're finished with something, they're ready to move forward, they're ready to start afresh. So with the first meditation, and this meditation will carry you not only for now, it will be a meditation that will be significant if you're looking for inner peace, if you feel in turmoil or a little bit activated, if there is a lot going on around you and you feel burdened, or maybe a little bit suffering, worried or in pain, this particular meditation will be very good for you at any time in the next 12 months. The intention with it, I always work with the angels. So I will always ask them to help and support everyone that's listening to this. And even if you've never done anything like this before, I just would encourage you to give this time to yourself to let go of anything that is maybe not at peace, particularly if there's something happening physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually that is out of your control at this time, or that's causing you to feel a little bit fearful, overwhelmed, or under pressure. In between the first and second meditation, I'm going to give you an opportunity to write your intentions. So if you are doing this later on, you can pause the recording and just maybe get a pen and paper and just consider for a few moments. It's very potent. It doesn't have to be at this time. I mean, anytime there's a new moon or a full moon, I'll do my intentions anyway. So going forward, any cross-quarter day or anything, a time of significance for you would be a time of maybe doing them again. And the second meditation is a gorgeous angelic visualization, working with this ancient sacred light, connecting to your intentions and anything that needs to receive healing or support to allow you to be fully connected with them. So I would invite you now just to get nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. Just a side note, sometimes when your body is letting go of an emotion or a thought or maybe a hurt, and it can be physical, emotional, or mental, spiritual. It can sometimes, your eyes may leak unexpectedly, or you might feel a bit tingly, or you just might feel a little bit out of sorts just for a few moments as the body releases anything that does not serve a sense of inner peace inside you. And no matter what system of healing you do, no matter what type of meditation you do, it's very normal across the board that the body will do this when it's releasing. And of all the ways you can release, I much prefer your eyes leaking, then there are other ways, and they're not as pleasant. So if that happens, don't hold it back. Just go with it if you can, and just know that as each tear may fall, or as each breath, as you take those big, beautiful breaths, you are releasing yourself from something that has been hurting, that is stinging a little bit, that is haunting or hounding you, and you're letting yourself reclaim your own inner peace. With that, I invite you now to get comfortable. Uncross your legs and arms. And take a big, slow, beautiful breath. And just give yourself permission to be here. No matter when you're listening to this, no matter when you're engaging. Take a few slow, big, beautiful breaths. And if there's something in your mind at this moment, something that's happening in your life, something that's not at peace within you, just give yourself permission now just to allow, with each breath that you take, an inner glow, an inner light, an inner peace to ignite within you. You can imagine it, you can feel it, you can intend it. And knowing with each breath that you take, you are inviting a sense of calm, a sense of peace. And we're going to call forth your healing teams. And no matter what, if you've never done this before, maybe you do this all the time, each of you have a tremendously beautiful team that continuously work with you, consisting of your guardians, guardian angels, the archangels, spirit guides, and family and friends. And they're here to support you. And also, I'd invite you now to give yourself permission just to be as relaxed as possible. What we sometimes do in the class is put it out there that you are celestially or spiritually, angelically anesthetized. And that might sound really strange, but just put it out there so that you can fully immerse yourself in your own inner glow of peace, of calm, regardless of what distractions are within your mind or around you, or what may be causing you to feel stressed, worried, or fearful. In this particular moment, you are allowing yourself to glow, to calm, to connect back to your inner peace, knowing that you're coming into alignment with this powerful time, the solar time of empowerment, the solstice. And just allowing any clouds to lift, shift, and release from around you, from within you. Any tension or fear. And just being aware of a tremendously gorgeous golden yellow light shining right down through and over you. It's a bit like on a beautiful sunny day, Feeling the sun shining down upon you. Imagining a doorway at the very top of your head, opening or being opened now. And taking that gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breath. Breathing that light right down into your head. Visualizing or sensing as you do, your mind beginning to clear of unnecessary clutter, fears or worries, heaviness or tension. Some of you might even visualize ancient, they're like Celtic spiral energy coming in. It's gorgeous energy, helping, supporting, uplifting. Some of you may even visualize other colors or see them in your mind's eye. Or just feel yourself becoming deeply peaceful, calm, and secure. It would not be uncommon to feel a tingling or sense of peace sweep down over your shoulders and down through your body. As this happens. And already some of you may sense a tingling or an awareness of peace shining down over your forehead. Feeling a doorway opening or being opened now into the center of your forehead. And once again, taking that gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breath. Silver, there's a beautiful silver golden light, more silver than anything else coming in for some of you. Don't worry if you can't see it. Just sense a tremendous radiance of peace sweep through you. And once again, I invite you to allow anything that's blocking your ability to see your life, see yourself clearly at this time, see your truth, any illusions or fears that are impacting you, anything within the last 12 months that can now be released from around your third eye, from your ability to discern your truth, any tension or headache energy, anything at all that does not serve peace, to be released here. And silver radiance coming in, it's just beautiful. As the light shines, flows, and beams, this gorgeous celestial light shines right through you, silver for some, gold for others. Imagining it dissolving any heaviness around your sinuses, your brain, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, pineal and pituitary glands, and the jaws. If your mind is wandering, just inviting it back again. Sometimes if we're resisting, releasing something in particular, or going through an emotion to let it go, we may wander away, our minds may drift. And this is very normal. Just gently inviting it back, inviting yourself back. Some of you may be aware of a tingling or heat, pins and needles in the fingers, the hands or the feet, and this is all very fine. Good sign the body is releasing and the energy is moving through lovely. As the light shines and weaves right down into your throat. For some, don't be alarmed if there's a cool breeze or a tingling around the center of your forehead. That's coming in for quite a few. And that would be a lovely sign of letting go of things that may block your ability to see your truth and being more having a higher perspective, perspective of what is right for you, coming forward for you in your life at this time. Ears may pop as we bring our awareness down into the throat, and you may be aware of other parts of your body as your body communicates now where it would like to let go of any tension, any internal struggles, anything that is wounded, inflamed, or suffering. Beautiful, pure radiance beginning to shine through you, and remembering your own inner glow and your intentions, really important. And I would encourage that you would put it out there now if there's something in particular you'd like healing or support for, as clearly and as strongly as possible. And feeling, sensing, and knowing with each big, beautiful breath that you're taking, gorgeous light, gorgeous radiance is shining down through you, and gorgeous energy coming in. And as the light shines into the throat, once again, giving permission for anything that may have impacted your throat chakra in the last 12 months, including any words that were spoken or unspoken, written or unwritten, by you or to you in anger, pain, hurt, or fear. Anything that may have impacted your ability to be true to yourself, to express who you really are, that may have happened in the last year, 2, or beyond, that you don't want to bring forward in your life going for the next 12 months and beyond. I'm just sensing a tremendously gorgeous, it's like a silver blue light building in your throat area. And imagining that doorway leading into the front and back of your throat opening wide. And knowing and trusting that it's safe now to be true to yourself, to let whatever help, healing, and support is now available to you to shine in and around you. And some of you may be feeling a pulsing or a tingling around the shoulders or going down the back of the spine as the energy gets a little stronger. Gorgeous, that golden shining radiance still coming right down through you, over your shoulders. Many, many archangels' energies stepping forward. I'm very aware of Michael, the archangel of protection and empowerment, Haniel, the angel of grace, Raphael, the healer. Many, many angelic beings stepping forward to support you here. There's a lovely sense or an image of healing hands upon the shoulders, particularly if you've been feeling overwhelmed, burdened, if you're struggling, if you're not feeling very strong, or if you're feeling insecure or unprotected. Imagine, sense, and feel gorgeous golden healing hands of light gently resting on your shoulders, lifting your vibrations and forming a barrier of light around your aura. And as the light builds upon your shoulders and around the front and back of your body, taking those gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breaths, let yourself rest in this healing energy and give permission for anything that's been weighing you down, that's been worrying you, causing you to feel overwhelmed, persecuted, bound, held against your sense of peace, just lifting, shifting, and releasing. With this around the top of the head as well, and different points in the body, any fear-based old heavy energies also beginning to dissolve and release. And a very strong sense of being brought back into alignment with your highest path at this moment, no matter when you're listening to this. And it's important to continuously take those gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breaths. There's a lovely sense of joy, optimism, positive, healing light, potential and possibilities really coming in strong here. That gorgeous radiance weaving down your arms, inside and outside your body, right down into your hands, doorways in the palms of the hands opening, and just allowing or imagining the light shining through the palms of your hands, through your fingertips. And if you're feeling a little bit impatient or a little bit agitated or not settled as much as you'd like to be, I want you to visualize a color that for you represents peace, calm, healing, whatever may give you a sense of coming back into your center. And just feel that color just shining in through the front of your body, down over your eyes. As you breathe, you're breathing it down into your lungs. As you breathe out, you're breathing out the source of any heavy hurt, impatience, any irritations, anything that's preventing you engaging in peace. And don't worry if suddenly the energy's got a little bit stronger. Maybe for some, you're seeing a bright color behind your eyes. We're just feeling a bit light and bright. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry if you're not. Just feel the radiance, that energy working through you, regardless of your experiences here. Once again, ears may pop. That's absolutely fine. As the light shines right down into the center of your beautiful hearts, imagine a doorway opening or being opened into the center of your gorgeous heart center, your center of your chest. And just being aware of a cascading energy of pure healing radiance of exactly what your beautiful hearts need at this very moment to receive a sense of peace, healing and calm. And for some, you may be aware of a lovely warmth or coolness, tingling, or peace, just literally descending over you with this. Giving yourself permission to let go of anything that prevents you from being at peace within your heart, and also anything that has caused you to be wounded here. Maybe in the last 12 months, you have suffered a loss, hurt, heartbreak. In some way, you're holding a heaviness that is not aligned to peace here. Feel a gorgeous radiance building, like an inner glow. For some of you, you may imagine a beautiful orb of tremendous healing light, building with each breath that you take. And once again, don't mind if your eyes leak during the meditations, particularly if you're letting go or asking for healing for something in particular. A little bit of tingling or heat at the back of the body, and this often denotes the past, so past hurt or trauma that is now able to heal and lift. And the energy now surging or building as we move down into the area under the ribs, the solar plexus, which for some feel quite tight here, and that's very normal. It is quite stressful in our environments sometimes, and it's quite normal that we will carry a little bit of tension or stress in this part of our body. Imagining a doorway opening under the ribs in the area we call the solar plexus, which is the most powerful part of our body. And so it's often where we carry a little bit more fear or worry. So just imagining, sensing, or feeling a tremendous golden light beginning to ignite here. And if you're aware in your life at this time, there's angst, there's anger, there's turmoil or tension, there's injustice, you feel persecuted, you're afraid or stressed, anxiety or panic. Taking gorgeous, slow, big, beautiful breaths, feel this golden energy building here. And we're going to ask your guardian angels to amp up their healing light and to come right in beside you here. Just feeling a beautiful exchange of golden radiance from your guardians right in to the areas within you that are most in need of healing, that are most tense, worried, or activated at this time. Knowing the angels evolved by serving humanity, they love to help you You've no idea how delighted they are to be called in to support you. And just allowing a tremendous glow rise from within you. You may feel this or not, but just know that it's happening inside you. For some, it's almost like a balance. If you've been off kilter or out of alignment, you're coming back into balance. And it's a beautiful symbol, like a very protective symbol coming in, gorgeous, almost like a seal, an angelic seal of protection coming in to support those that are a little bit in need of more support than normal at this time. The light weaving down into the tummies. Once again, taking that gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breath, and the energy is changing slightly. It's a gorgeous gold with a strong, gorgeous orange color coming through. And imagining a doorway 1.5 inches below your belly button, front and back, opening. Taking a beautiful, big, slow breath. Breathing that gorgeous golden yellow and orange light right into this part of you. A beautiful archangel called Gabriel stepping in there as well. Sometimes you'll get tingling in your body, a numbness, or just an awareness of peace. As this gorgeous archangel steps forward, don't worry if you don't feel anything. But just know as you allow the light to permeate and penetrate, to shimmer through you, that high vibrational, pure healing energy is now available to you, and your own inner glow is expanding and growing. A beautiful sense of calm, emotional calm, stabilizing and supporting this part of your body, and particularly if here you've been holding a hurt, a regret, shame or guilt, an angst, maybe something has been blocking your ability to create, to conceive, to align to your path. Feel this gorgeous radiance. And it's gone very strong, coming right here, right through you. And if you have a particular intention at this moment with this meditation, one that's aligned to love and peace, focus upon that now. And as you do so, feel the energy rising within you and shining from you in all directions, particularly towards whatever it is that you are aligning to. And sense beautiful calm just descend through you with this. The light moving down into your pelvic area, doorway opening or being opened 1.5 inches below your belly button, and right down at the very bottom of your spine. And taking a gorgeous, big, beautiful breath, breathe the light right down through you, and just being mindfully aware of your shoulders, of your body. Are you tensing? Allow your body to release, to relax, to receive. Even just giving your muscles and your frame permission just to let go, to sit back, to relax, to breathe slowly and deeply, to know and trust that in this moment you are doing everything you can to bring yourself back into alignment with peace. And sensing the light building in your pelvic area. And some of you may have a little bit of a twinge in the lower back or around the hips as old, heavy, particularly any worries about finances or security, begin to lift and release from this part of you. Also different parts of the energy field now releasing as well. And just sensing a sense of stability. Knowing that you are setting yourself up, you are aligning yourself with this work to the highest outcome with your intentions, to the highest available peace within your system, within your body. And as well as this, a sense of courage, strength, purpose, direction, healing, groundedness. A feeling of alignment, being aligned. The light weaving down your legs to your knees, doorways opening or being opened now. The knees. And just being aware as you breathe the energy right down into the knees, as you release, you're letting go with your permission of anything that's preventing you from being supported on any level, not only on your knees, but every level and layer of your aura. Now feeling supported. The light coming from the knees right down your calves, your ankles, your feet, the tips of your toes. Doorways opening. Releasing stale, stuck, or stagnant energies now. From your feet. And just imagining a beautiful platform of light forming under your feet. Of really pure healing light. A combined energy of the angelic radiance that's working with you and the sacred earth energy that recognizes your vibrations, your energies, and aligns you to love within the earth. From every part of your body now, from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers, from every cell, every atom, every part of you, the most magnificent white golden roots of light growing right down through your body, right down into the earth beneath your feet. And as these roots connect with the earth, they grow incredibly, incredibly deep. They're being guided by the angelic light that is working with you now, the archangels. They spread out in all directions. They become really, really strong, allowing you to be firmly and foundationally supported within your body, within your life. And those gorgeous golden roots grow deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Spreading out in all directions. Becoming really, really strong. And know you are absorbing the wisdom, the nourishment and nurturance, the healing and love of this sacred angelic earth light. Take a big, slow, beautiful breath as finally those roots grow deeper and deeper, deeper still, spreading out in all directions, becoming really, really strong. Feel yourself becoming tremendously grounded, firmly connected, strong, secure, supported, protected. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back into the room. Well done. There was a lot going on there, and some of you may feel a little bit sleepy still, or be feeling that that you're just nicely calm and connected. Now we're still going to be continuing. We're going to be doing another meditation in a few minutes. So sometimes you'll feel a bit groggy because you're still in the process of whatever your intentions were or whatever you were aligning with the meditation. So as I said, it's normal if your eyes did leak or if you felt very relaxed or a little bit of energy moving around your body. That's all very fine. And by the way, if anyone wants to ask me anything afterwards or email me or connect with me in relation to their experiences, feel free to do so. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our intentions. And if possible, have a pen and paper. This is very potent. We are at a very particularly powerful time in the year, more so than other times, I feel anyway, particularly with the moon and the sun. And I explained to you that tomorrow and the summer solstice is the longest and strongest of solar energies coming through. The solar is very masculine energy. It's very much get up and go, motivation, your intentions. And then you have the full moon energies of the moon on Thursday. And that's a real feminine energy. It's very gentle, very intuitive. Also a time of coming full circle, of birthing something, of completion, and often a time of things inside of us. So our unconsciousness, our subconsciousness, gently communicating or not so gently. So it can be interesting sometimes, but you've got those two experiences within days of each other. As I said, like a doorway from tomorrow till Thursday, even Friday. So for me, that would align with a potent time of manifestation, a very powerful time of meditation, an amazing time to begin something or to align to something or to acknowledge something. And I can't really explain that enough, I don't think. Those that know energy will know the significance of this. So a good thing to do at this time would be to affirm your intentions. There's different ways to do this. We're going to write them down. For anyone interested, I'm going to be doing a vision board workshop Tuesday morning with the subscription with the Angelic, the weekly classes. So if you're interested in that, I'll speak about that at the end again. I would invite you now to acknowledge 3 things. Normally we do this on a week-to-week basis, which keeps us nicely lined up. But for tonight, we're going to be looking at what would you like to let go? 3 things. First of all, what would you like to let go of? What no longer serves you? What do you want to draw a line under? And this can be something that has been with you maybe for a long time, that maybe you have been experiencing or being aware of, or that even if it's something that didn't feel easy to let go of, or doesn't feel possible, or that maybe you've been trying to, it could be something, a habit you're trying to break, a connection you're trying to release. It can be something about how you communicate with yourself. Whatever way it is, no matter how big or how small, it's important you acknowledge it, because the beginning of manifestation is to acknowledge it, to honor it, to know that it's present, to give it a voice, as it were. And one of the best ways is to create it by your words or by your drawings. So the first one would be, what would you let go of? The second thing would be, what would you love to experience in the next 12 months? If we were to sit here in 12 months' time and you were to have set an intention today, what would you like to see has happened in your life? Even if that feels to be completely off the wall, even if that doesn't seem likely or it seems impossible, please acknowledge it. Because believe me, from doing this for many years, for witnessing things, wow, you have no idea the potential of your creative force when you give it permission to be just that, your creative force. And finally, whilst you're listening to this, no matter when you're listening to this, it doesn't matter if it's next January or September, or whenever it would be, what at this very moment is the thing that's most important for you to acknowledge? What is happening within you? What's your main intention? Maybe that you need healing. Maybe you're like, I'm putting it out there that I'd love a little bit of healing now, or a bit of guidance or support, a divine intervention. You want to affirm something you've written down already about letting go of something or bringing it in. Acknowledge that and try and be as clear and as true as you can. And if it's a thing that you'd be afraid, oh, what if somebody read that note or whatever it would be, use a word or use a symbol or use an image that you know what it is. But it's so important that you honor the voice within you or the inner calling that wants to acknowledge whatever it is. And I'm going to give you a moment to do just that. And if you're writing, continue to write away. For anyone that's interested in the vision board, I will be doing that, as I said, Tuesday. And this will be a good time, whether or not you've ever done this before, to create your own vision board. For me, they're very powerful. I place symbols and images of things that I would love to experience in this world onto them. I don't do them very often because they're quite potent. They're inclined to happen very quickly, for me anyway. And we do a little activation with an angelic meditation before, during, and after to support the process and to activate your intentions and everything else. And that's part of the monthly subscription. So if you're a member of the weekly classes, you will be able to experience that. It will be recorded, so you can watch it at a later date if you're not creating your vision boards now, whenever you're doing them in the future, it'll be up there on the website. Anyway, we'll continue. The next meditation is a guided visualization. For me, I have a special connection with the Hill of Tara all the time, but particularly at the summer solstice and the winter solstice, actually at every cross quarter day. And I know it's a place in Irish culture where we gather. It's a very significant point, and there's so many sacred sites within that one area. There are many areas around Ireland and indeed the world where it's very sacred as well. So if there's somewhere that you connect with for the summer solstice that is important for you, then most certainly bring your awareness there when we're doing the meditation. I may speak about different important landmarks that would be on Tara during the meditation, just so you have an understanding. There's a point called the Sheila na gig. It's an ancient stone structure with a sculpted image of a woman with enlarged parts, lady parts, and it would be a protective. I'm always really mortified saying that, but anyway, it would be a protective. And it shouldn't be, but anyway, it was a very protected symbol, and it's where it's positioned on the Hill of Tara. It's in the graveyard beside the church. It would have been placed there because of the significance of that point. It's a very kind of protected and significant area. And also we have a place called the Leafo, which is a beautiful ancient stone. I know most of you know this, but I know some people don't. So that's why I'm explaining it like this. It's called the Stone of Destiny, and it was seemingly placed there by the two of the Dana. Now, that's the one that's on the tower at the moment. Seemingly is not the original one, but it's not so important where the stone is, the actual stone, it's the place within the earth that it represents. It's that exact point within the earth which is important, that we're going to acknowledge as well. And we may wander to one of the wells or wherever we go, or we may go somewhere else. I'm just telling you those in case we wander to them. But as anyone who knows me, when we do the meditations, I often have a plan of where we will go. And we start and then we don't go there, because it just depends on your energy. It depends on the energy of the night, of what's happening, of what needs to come in, of whatever healing is present and available. So let's just see where this beautiful meditation will take us. We may go to none of those places at all. In fact, we may not at all. But what I would say now is let yourself relax. Once again, get cozy, get comfortable. Uncross your legs and arms. Anyone that works with crystals or holds their crystals or likes their crystals, you can have them beside you or hold them in your hands. I meant to say that in the first meditation as well. And just give yourself permission to be here. Taking those big, beautiful, slow breaths. Don't forget to smile. There's lovely energy coming in. Be aware of a beautiful white golden pillar of light coming right down over and through you. And don't be surprised if sometimes the temperature drops when you're doing the healing, particularly when working with the angelic light. It's very normal. The difference in the energies can sometimes mean you feel a cool breeze or chill, or sometimes it can be opposite. It can be quite warm, tingly, a feeling of love, a feeling of support. And there's a beautiful presence right in beside us. For me, I would recognize this energy as an angel called Metatron. Some of you may sense a different energy. It's very normal when we do these meditations, by the way, that sometimes loved ones step forward to support us as well, that we can feel quite carried almost, or floaty, or light within ourselves. And once again, the eyes can sometimes leak. So don't worry if you're hearing me, but you're drifting a little bit away. That's absolutely fine. Taking gorgeous, slow, beautiful breaths. Visualize a beautiful, it's like a sparkling white mist of light. It's so bright and clear, forming around you. It's almost like it's amplifying your ability to connect with a sense of peace, an inner knowing, a sense of truth. You might feel this a little bit around your third eye, or a sense of calm within your body. There's another angel stepping in for some of you called Raphael. Raphael would be a healing archangel and is absolutely fabulous. In fact, some of you may have tingling around your ears, throat, or shoulders as the angel's beautiful emerald green and sometimes a little bit pink light coming in and around you, just helping to settle and support you, to calm, soothe, and heal. And if you feel at this moment that healing would be something you would benefit from, even if you've never done this before, in your mind or aloud, calling the Archangel Raphael's name 3 times, always giving it a few seconds, and intending that wherever in your life or in yourself could do with healing comes through you now. And so it is. And these 2 beautiful beings, Metatron works really well. It's like a really strong protector. And if you feel a connection with this gorgeous archangel, call Metatron 3 times. Metatron works really well with children, people that are developing their gifts. He's very, very protective. And Raphael, the healer, on either side of you, like pillars of light. You may even imagine them holding your hands, and sense yourself be gently guided forward. Imagining yourself moving through this sparkling white mist of light, feeling yourself moving through a veil, beginning to move into a beautiful radiance, a different energy completely. You may imagine yourself stepping onto the most beautiful green grass, feet sinking down into them. On a beautiful day, the sun either just above you in the sky, radiating down upon you, knowing that you are now at the summer solstice on sacred land. It can be somewhere of significance to you. And just feel your hands being held, or just know by your side there are powerful protectors and healers that are now working with you, and that you now are in a very sacred and very special alignment, one that is like a doorway that can allow you to now open and let something go, and open and let something new, bright, beautiful, optimistic, healing, and higher in vibration enter. Give yourself a moment to adjust to this gorgeous healing radiance. Don't worry if your ears pop with this. There's a really gorgeous feeling of a cloak of light being placed over your shoulders. And it's almost like it's woven sunlight with a silver strand of moonbeam coming down the center of it. And it's a gift to you from the angels. Once again, that gorgeous tingling in the center of the forehead. For those of you who have been seeking a higher perspective, a little bit more guidance, or asking to see more clearly in your lives, there's like a gift and an exchange of light coming right through for you there. A feeling of deep calm and peace. Those that are very connected with the Christ consciousness, the energy of Jesus, that energy stepping forward now as well. So there's a really strong, and those that are connected to, say, the goddess Danu, that lovely light coming in. So whoever your main source connections are, they're making themselves available to you for this meditation. They recognize the importance and the symbolism of this particular meditation, and they're stepping forward to help you. So just allowing that light, that energy to come forward for you now. And taking gorgeous, slow, big, beautiful breaths. Feeling that gorgeous ray, the sun ray energies going right through you. Feel yourself be led to the stone of destiny on the hill of Tara, or somewhere else similar. With each step that you take, sense the alignment that you're in. And as your hands gently rest upon the stone, feel your connection with the earth below it. Be aware now as a ring of angels surround you here. Feel yourself being asked, what would you now like to let go of at this very moment? What do you wish no longer to experience or bring forward? In your life at this time? What would you love to be free from? Bring your awareness to your heart center. Using words, feelings, and emotions. Describe now. Whatever it would be that would be important for you to acknowledge that you no longer wish to have, to hold, to connect with, or to experience in your life. And know, and somebody may feel this quite tangibly, but as you breathe in, you're breathing in tremendously golden light and feeling the hands of the angels on your shoulders, holding your hands, helping and supporting you. And as you breathe out, this energy is releasing through you down into the stone and right down into the earth to be transmuted and released. Don't worry if your feet feel like it's stuck to the earth below you, or you feel really strong and steady as this happens. And if there's a strong gold coming in, so we're going to ask those that feel a connection with their angels or would like to amplify the connection with their angels to call in an archangel of significance. It could be Michael, of protection and empowerment. It could be Zadkiel, the ultraviolet light. It could be your guardian angel. It could be somebody that you really trust in. It could be just knowing that you're breathing in strength, you're breathing in support, you're breathing in everything you need to ensure that you can now break free, that you can now release, that you're rescinding and releasing any contracts or agreements that you may have made that you no longer wish to be bound to. And from the lower back, there feels to be a release for some of you, which is quite significant. Normally this would be a releasing of a vow of poverty or of not having enough in your life. And also solar plexus, so releasing tension, stress, and for some being triggered by certain situations or scenarios, being released from the body now. And there's a silver, beautiful, very, very strong, it's like a bar or it's like a crystal, or some of you it's like in a sacred symbol, silver light, just coming right through the core, right through your heart. If you allow it, if you give yourself permission to receive it, it can be in the shape of a sacred symbol, a symbol of protection and support, just coming right through that gorgeous center of your body. Good stuff. And feel yourself being drawn now back across the land. And for some, you may find yourself moving towards what we call the Sheila Nagig, that gorgeous ancient stone of abundance and manifestation. Or for some of you, it will be something else. There is a Celtic cross on the land of Tara that might feel significant to you. The fairy tree, that might be somewhere you feel drawn to. As one of the sacred lake, the holy wells. There are 5 wells. There's a holy well, the Nemnoch well. But somewhere that is significant and important for this next part of the meditation. And don't forget to breathe slowly and deeply. Some of you are really and truly, no matter when you're listening to this, you're really doing a lot of work here. You're really allowing yourself to honor and acknowledge the callings from within you. And you're being heard, and heard very deeply in this sacred alignment, this sacred time. So no matter where you find yourself, give yourself a moment to steady and using words, feelings and emotions from your heart center, from your core, express what you would love to experience in your life at this time. What would you, in the next 12 months, by solstice, summer solstice 2022, what would you love to have in your life? What would be so important that it was created, or that it manifested, or that you attracted it, or that you've began the process of attracting it? And honor your inner calling. Be true to yourself. I'm going to give you a moment to do just that. Taking gorgeous, big, slow, beautiful breaths. And know you're being heard. There's a beautiful image of either an archangel or sacred, angelic. Could be a goddess. Could be ascended master. Just handing you something of significance. Could be something you're asking for. It could be a ball of energy, a beautiful crystal, a book, a sword, something that you now need to carry energetically in your aura. It could be many things. You could feel and see many things coming towards you now. Many different experiences that you're looking to draw in. So don't worry if you have a very strong image in your mind of something you would like to connect with or create. But feel yourself absorbing everything you need at this time. And give that a moment. There's a lot of shimmering energies coming through. A beautiful blessing coming through as well. Particularly if you've been giving yourself a hard time or have felt shortchanged or hard done by in relation to your manifestations. Just feel a shifting of the energies around you, a sense of optimism and meaning, a feeling of coming into alignment with something of importance and letting yourself receive it. And for those that sometimes self-sabotage or resist, as soon as something of importance begins to show up, and we do that, we're great, just feel a blessing coming through. It's a tremendous platinum silver light coming right through and around you, bringing you a sense of awareness if this is something you are liable to do, and helping to lift your vibrations over this. Feel your hands be held once again by the angel Metatron and Raphael, or whoever you feel a connection with. For some of you, loved ones have come right in for this as well, just to give you a little bit of support. I want you to honor and acknowledge. What is your main intentions? And you may visualize yourself somewhere of significance to you. It doesn't have to be sacred land like Tara. It could be the beach. It could be the side of a mountain. It could be your healing room or your bedroom or wherever it would be. But honor and acknowledge now what more than anything else requires help, healing, support as we are aligned to the sacred time between two very, very powerful alignments. What would you tell the universe? What would you radiate out there from your core? What vibrations need to be heard by the angels? Be true to yourself now. I know you're being heard. I'm seeing a beautiful image. It's like rays or ribbons of angelic light, all coming from a higher place, all weaving through you and around you, and they seem to be lifting you. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's almost like no matter what, there's a weave, a sacred weave around you of vibrations, energies, frequencies, essences of everything you can imagine that is lifting you no matter what you're asking for. All you need to do is allow yourself to receive it, because we're amazing at building walls that block the support and assistance that we deserve. We've been conditioned, or we've been programmed, or we don't believe, whatever our reasoning. In this moment, give yourself permission for any walls, any illusion, anything around you that is blocking the flow of love, support, healing, help, divine intervention, whatever may be the case, from reaching you. Let those walls give permission for that weaving, gorgeous, angelic light to weave right into your core and lift you and hold you at a higher frequency, or carry you if needs be. But you need to give permission for this to be so. Lovely tingling coming right down the back of the spine there for some of you. So just imagining now that you're floating, being carried, or walking back along the sacred place, wherever you found yourself, wherever you've managed to create or find yourself, whatever place is in your mind. And feel yourself begin to be surrounded by that gorgeous, sparkling mist of light, of angelic light, taking slow, big, beautiful breaths. Feel yourself walking through the veil. Ears may pop. As you begin to return into wherever you're listening to me now. And before I bring you back, we're going to ask the angels to weave a very special protective cloak or shield right around every single part of you, reinforcing any part of your energy field or body that feels vulnerable, that is ill, that is fragile, that needs more help and support, that is not protected, that doesn't know how to protect itself for whatever reason. Feel the angels reinforcing the light around you at these points with particular healing and protective energies that will support you, that will protect you, specifically to where you find yourself, the connections, the relationships, the whatever it may be. Know that you're being supported in relation to whatever it is you need at this moment. I'm going to ask the angels to release any heavy, negative, old, draining cords, ties, and connections from you at this very moment, from the past, from earlier today, from anything that's been triggered, whatever it may be. Feel it being lifted off you and out of your energy field now. Be aware of those white golden roots helping to reground and connect you, going right down through your core, right down into the earth. Feel yourself becoming centered, grounded, stabilized, supported, whatever you need. And just take slow, big, beautiful breaths. Let the light come through you. And when you are ready, know you have been heard. Even if you felt nothing, but just listened all the way through to that, know you have been heard. Bring your awareness back into the room. Well done. That's it. You've managed to get through 2 meditations. Fair play. Now I know I've not really gone over it because we kind of didn't start for a few minutes in. I could be famous, for talking for long periods of time, but I'll stop now. The last thing I'm going to do for you, and just know this will be recorded, so you can come off it now if you want to and come back to the record if you want to, but stay with me if you wanted to. I'm going to pick 3 cards, and you've been tuning into me for the last hour. Fair play to you. And so you should be lovely and relaxed, nice and connected. You're aligned with your intentions. Ears still popping. And so I'm going to ask you now to pick a number between 1 and 3. And I'm going to do a little guidance card reading. And the importance of this is not so much what I say about the cards. It's what whichever archangel steps in to support that particular card would be important. And when that would be important would be, just for example, if I pick number 1 and I said, oh, I feel Michael the Archangel's around, then, and thank you for your lovely words, then in the next 12 months, when you're coming against a challenge, when things are a little bit overwhelming, when you're under pressure, or when you need a little bit of a boost because you're really feeling like you're nearly there, one of your intentions is almost there, like, oh my God, it's happening, but you're liable to do something like, that we all do, self-sabotage or resist or whatever. I'd invite you to work with that archangel if that feels comfortable for you, to help you to ensure that you engage and connect with your intentions, or you let go, or whatever you need. And anyone sent lovely little messages, I'll look at them later on, and thank you. So pick a number between 1 and 3. And I'm going to do a little reading now. And just make sure you stay with the first number. If you're like me, I'd pick a number and then I'll hear whichever the card is, and then I'll decide, no, I like the sound of that better, I'll move. But if you want to move too, sometimes you'll be a very strong 1, but there's maybe something in number 3 you need to hear, or something, you might be a strong 3, but there's something about number 1 that will resonate with you. That's very true as well. That can happen. I just need to get a drink of water and then we'll continue. Right, so number 1s. Thank you for your lovely thank you. I'll look at them all in a minute. But number one, tune back in. So what do we need to know for number ones? Oh, a bit of head pressure coming in there for number ones. And that's nothing to worry about. There's a lot of clearing. Sometimes you can get loads of cards. We only got 3 cards. Well, anyway, I'm not going to pick. I'll just give you as a quick. There's this lovely card coming in for number one. With that one, I always feel it would do it coming in with the head pressure. I'll explain that to you now. There's a gorgeous energy around this. And this would be, for me, about clearing the head. And there's a lot going on for some of you in your heads, number ones. You may be overthinking, overanalyzing. You may be unable to connect with something because you're caught in fear, worry, or concern about something. And the overwhelming message coming in is you are loved and protected. Remember to ground yourself. And even if you've never meditated before, I would love for everyone who's a number one to take 5 minutes every day, if not once or twice a day, and connect with your roots. So by this, I mean, imagine you've got roots going down into the earth. Let yourself feel really strongly connected, secured, grounded. And this would be a really good thing to do, number ones. Some of you number ones are amazing. You can see things before they happen. You are right on the ball. You are very good at juggling many things at the one time. You could be in very busy lives. You could always be keeping things going, but sometimes at the loss of your own self a little bit, like you sacrifice yourself to keep everything around you going and everybody around you okay. And you're being strongly encouraged to let the next 12 months be a time for you to engage in yourself. And for some number ones, it's a really strong feeling of heart opening, of loving on a deeper level. This could be yourself, it could be something or someone in your life, but there is something about heart opening. This could often be, and I haven't moved on to the 2 cards, but I will now. This could often be because of something that happens that allows you to love deeper than you've ever known before, or because you just can't continue to let everyone else be a priority and not to look at and love yourself. This one here is the other card. I'm not showing you the words. We don't need to know the words, but the card is lovely. If you look at the side, there's a beautiful cross, which is you're protected. You're very, very protected. And finally, I love this one. Look at this, healing the heart. Lovely lady and her guardians. They could be lovely dogs. It could be symbolic of angels or loved ones or whoever it would be coming in to support you. And she's looking after herself. So if you're a number one, this next 12 months is a time for you to say, I am number one. You see what I did there? I am number one and I deserve to look after myself, and I'm going to put myself first and see what that feels like. The world will not end. Everything will keep going. In fact, people around you will probably be a lot happier because you'll be a lot happier and more at peace. And the archangel that's coming in for this one is an angel I would call Haniel, the angel of grace. Gorgeous. She's coming in lovely, the blue coming in, that would often be her color there. And there's a real strong sense of grace, being loved and supported. Haniel's great, by the way, if you love the full moon, or you love crystals, or you want to develop your spiritual gifts. I could talk about her all day. But anyway, for the next 12 months, if you feel like a little bit of Raphael there too, but this is relevant to you and you're like, yeah, that makes sense, I would look into her as an archangel. And also I would look into Raphael as well, the angel of healing. Definitely. Yeah, lower back stuff. I could stop talking about number one. I could continue talking about you all night long. Anyway, that's you, number one. Thanks very much. Right. So number two, we're going to cut cords between number one and number two and see what comes forward for number two now. Give me a minute. Oh, lots of healing coming in for number two. Yes, number two. Look at that. Straight away, she popped out again. Another Haniel card, but this is not her this time. Okay, this card, gorgeous. You see the full moon? You see the lady, and she has her, she's got her bow and arrow, and she's a lovely deer in the background. This for me, and what I'm getting really strong, a bit of tension, but not much here, but it'd be more that I'm getting the back of the body, the back of the shoulders. Number twos, you feel like you carry a little bit, and some of you are still a little tiny bit going around in circles about something in your past. So you could be things around you in your life at this time, you may be projecting slightly into things without realizing it because of an unresolved hurt or something that needs to be looked at in your past. And this is nothing to worry. We all have it. Sure, we all have stuff. But for you, for the next 12 months, what the really strong thing would be choosing to let go of what you cannot. It's like something can't have a hold of you, something can't control you, something can't influence you if you don't let it. So if somebody or something from your past is still impacting your ability to be at peace or to feel love or to open your heart or whatever it would be, number 2 card suggests that this is the time, and it won't take 12 months, by the way, but it's a very strong period of choosing to let go of that which you cannot control, that which you cannot connect with, as in that which is still binding you to maybe an old sense of guilt or shame or regret that is dealt with. It's done. You're free. Let yourself be free. Surrender whatever you're holding. Give yourself permission to know that you are deserving of your freedom. And with this, focus, and this is so important, number 2s, and the angel coming in with this will be Michael. I know it doesn't look like a Michael, but this is a Michael, the angel of protection and empowerment. And very much so, you will note, and this is a really strong, and some of you are going to take this and really run with it, because as you release yourself from the cycles and patterns of going around in circles and decide to tune into and focus upon what really would be something new, uplifting, and supportive that you would love to experience, your highest hopes, your dreams and aspirations, and instead of focusing on whatever it was that is done, and letting yourself bow your arrow, or whatever you do when you bow an arrow, towards the thing that means the most to you, you're going to hit your target, and you're going to hit it hard and sooner than you think, and it's going to be amazing. So if you choose this new awakening or this new path or this new intention for the next 12 months, is going to be incredible for you. And Michael the Archangel would be an archangel that I would suggest when you feel that, I would call in Michael. I don't know where the little noise is, but anyway, call in Michael. Okay, so Mihal is the number 2 card. Fabulous. Okay, number 3. What do we need to know? So for number 3s, give me a second. I'll put chords between number 1 and number 2 and number 3. So what do we need to know? Oh, number 3, I feel it already. Oh, 4 cards. I'm not doing 4 cards. I'm putting them back in, not looking at them. When them fell, I'm just going to give it another. I can't do 4 cards. Okay, 3 or less cards. I'm going to put that out there. So what do we need to know now? Okay, put it back in again. Okay, I'm not looking this time. Whatever comes out, except if it's half the deck, we'll go with it. Right, there we go. Oh, interesting. Very lovely man. You see, lovely senior man. Very nice. Number 3, what's coming up for me, number 3, is around the throat chakra, the back of the shoulders. Some of you may have a little bit of tension there. For some of you, number 3s, this is a really important time of the next 12 months. It's who am I? What do I need to be to this world? Are you being true to yourself? Are you expressing your gifts? Are you acknowledging who you really are? Or are you hiding? And there's absolutely no judgment in anything I'm saying ever. I'm just asking you little questions. For number 3, this would be a good sign. There's a lot of wisdom. You see that lovely man? There's a lot of wisdom coming in. He's looking ahead. There's a sense of quiet contemplation. Meditation for all numbers would be really, really good. The energy coming in with this one would be the energy of Metatron. It's like a great father energy. It's like a really strong guide. It's like you have coming through you, number 3, and I really feel it around the heart chakra with this. A quiet sense of discernment, a quiet sense of strength, steely strength almost. And it's almost like when you choose to tune in and listen, it can be through meditation, it can be through mindfulness, it can be through, I love when starting sea swimming, whatever way it is that you love to do, something that helps you come back to your center. And whatever it is that your gift or that needs to come forward, for many of you number 3s, there's a hidden gift that is about to be tapped into. It could be a passion that's awakening inside you. It could be something that you haven't felt secure, confident, or able to express to the world before now. But in the next 12 months, you're going to start engaging with this. And it's going to be, if you allow it to be, if you're open with it, if you give yourself permission, it's going to be wonderful. There's a real strong sense of trusting that the timing is right and that you're protected. And know and trust when you choose to engage in yourself and you look after yourself, you do your meditation or you seek out like-minded people, synchronistically things will align with you to support you in your life. This is for everyone, not only number 3. There's a real strong sense of this is your year to really, it could be that you're now about to come out into the world, that you're a teacher or that you're a different, you know, that you're more true to yourself, you're acknowledging something within yourself. Maybe you have discovered a passion or whatever it is, but maybe it's brand new, or maybe it's something that you've been kind of working on quietly in the background, behind the scenes, building yourself up. And this is the year to let it shine. But there you go. Thank you so much. That's all. That's Metatron, a beautiful archangel. It was an absolute pleasure. If anyone would like more information, my website is angelicconnections.ie. If anyone would like to join me weekly, you would be most welcome. You can subscribe or unsubscribe as you want to. There's no fixed time, as it were. It was lovely speaking with you all tonight. And as I said, these meditations will be valid for the next 12 months. So tune into them as you feel drawn to.